Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka. Give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Pittsburgh Panthers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines, or else you draw the flag. Offense set on first down. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Boston College right back to the line. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
They get to the line quickly. Takes the handoff. It's Demania.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll try to do it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Pittsburgh's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jones wants to throw it. Finds his man down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Golden Eagles headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. West Virginia managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Morgantown for some time, no matter the final score. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Jones to throw. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Keeps it and gets the first down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Boston College will try to get it in on a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3.
And that's why as a defense you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and they're able to make a tackle. Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. A jet sweep pass. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Still on his feet into 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most, and with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Comes out throwing on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, going to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Jones wants to throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, running back on the move. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Boston College wants to play fast. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Golden Eagles have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes his connection. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end run.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This is a money play on third and goal. Jones to throw. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Field goal is good.
That makes the score. Boston College, 13, Pitt, 7.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on second and 10. He's looking to throw. This time on target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They've got it at the 41. Third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Setting up the screen. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. There's a better play there by the defense.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on third and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lee. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
There's a reason third down is called money. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way deciding who wins a football.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They knock him down right there.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panther!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Western Michigan is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Russell to the ground after picking up the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Jones wants to throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Boston College will send out the punt team. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Looking to throw on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And the Panthers want to pick up the tempo. Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's going to pass on second down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Pittsburgh. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. It's all teed up. Boston College will kick to start this 3rd quarter. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Quarterback empties his backfield. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Johnson. Good, solid tackle.
And offensively, I love running these track routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught. And they swarm him under.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for an open man on second down. Got his man down the middle. Oh, it's out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
You know, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A strike downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Boston College right back to the line.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Coming after it. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit.
Fires and picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
What a play by the safety. Really good understanding. Like, listen, if I'm going to sit back and I'm going to play cover 2 and I'm a free safety, I'm free to go get that thing. But I got to see the route. I got to see the wide receiver breaking, understanding the quarterback's throwing the football. And as soon as that hand separates from the other hand, I'm breaking on it. Does a great job breaking on it and making the catch.
Second down coming up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Snagged in the middle. It's Demania. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
And he's still running after the move. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Bringing the heat. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. Jones to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground, and then we're going to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Quarterback checking the play. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
To the air on 1st down. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Complete to the left. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They think there's room to run to the right here. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. How about that one running it too? Great push up front.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Rutgers. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Catch in the middle. It's Van. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Nowhere to run on now when he loses 4 on the carry. Boston College wants to play fast. They try to pop a run on the draw. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Pitt! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The give to the back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They're bringing heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Boston College right back to the line. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll.
Flip it.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. It's a reverse. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Jones to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He wants to throw it. He wants it all. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Knocked off his feet.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. First down here for the offense. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.